This is Hinos' Sport, bringing you that heat and that fire. Listen, man, the welterweight division isn't a Royal Rumble. Y'all cats need to understand that. It's a Royal Rumble tournament that's going on. You got Keith Thurman versus Manny Pacquiao. The whole Errol Spence versus Shawn Porter obviously has not been confirmed. But we want that fight to happen whenever that fight is going to happen. Once Kenny Porter and Shawn constipated Porter, because not only is he constipated in the ring, he's also constipated outside of the ring. Whenever they decide they want to come to the negotiation table and stop ducking, and economically now, financially, because this is what they're doing. They're trying to give themselves validity to duck Earl the True Spence by saying, look, man, we went ahead and we tried to go through all of these negotiations and things didn't work out. I see what y'all doing, because they're sitting there. They're now trying to see the winner of Keith Thurman versus Manny Pacquiao so that they can give themselves legitimacy to duck. Y'all heard this here first. Shawn Porter, you ain't fooling nobody. See, I'm onto your game. That's why I had to expose it. Because what's up with you and Spence not fighting? What's up with it not being confirmed? Come on, man. Why is the negotiations going back and forth? Because you knew once the Keith Thurman and the Manny Pacquiao fight started this whole negotiation and it became official since the press conference, your route was to be tied to you and Keith Thurman. That's that triangle. Keith Thurman, Shawn Porter, and Danny Garcia. That's why I call them the second-tier welterweights. They don't want no parts of Earl the True Spence. They don't want no parts of Terrence Bud Crawford. Those are problems that they don't want to deal with. Those are first-tier welterweights. Of course, Earl the True Spence being number one on a planet of his own, and then the distant number two, Terrence Bud Crawford, who is also on another planet of his own. He's just underneath Earl the True Spence. They're the first-tier welterweights. And then you have the second-tier welterweights. You got Danny Garcia, Keith Thurman, and Shawn Porter. Shawn Porter, you ain't fooling nobody. See, I'm trying to take the wool off of you guys' eyes, man. The blinders off of you guys' eyes. Because I'm a deep thinker, man. I see shit for what it is. And it's so fucking obvious. Once it became official that Keith Thurman was going to fight Manny Pacquiao, Shawn Porter has been backtracking extra. And now that the news is out official, he's giving himself credibility to do what's called a negotiation duck. So that he can duck Earl the True Spence by saying, we tried, we did everything that we could to try to make the fight happen. We couldn't agree to terms. Now that gives some kind of legitimacy to the duck. So that now he can go back and try to fight Keith Thurman, which is a fight that he knows is a lot more winnable and is an easier fight on his body and in his career. Because he knows after he fights Keith Thurman, he can still box. He doesn't want to fight Earl the True Spence because he knows his ass getting fucking bulldozed. But the negotiations are not complete. So we don't know yet. Things are up in the air. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just putting that out there so that y'all can see that the Porters, they ain't fooling no damn body. They could prove me wrong. They possibly could prove me wrong. But for right now, this is my mindset on it. Because what is the holdup? Keith Thurman and Manny Pacquiao, they came to terms. They even had a media press conference. Y'all was supposed to have one way before that. So what's the holdup? We clearly know it's not on Earl Spence. Anybody that has common sense, even the lamest version of it, on lamest terms, can see that it's all the Porters. They duck in that fight. They duck in that work. They don't want to be man down. They don't want to be strap seasoned because they know it's a unification bout. They loving that WBC belt too much. But if I'm the WBC, I'm pushing for that fight to happen. I'm doing everything in my power to push for that shit. Because he's the weakest WBC welterweight champion ever. I'm going to say it again. Shawn Porter is the weakest WBC champion ever. We don't even know if he definitively beat Yordenis Ugas. So how the heck does he get the opportunity to keep that fucking belt and not have a rematch with Ugas? Come on, man. Y'all need to stop the presses and pump the brakes on the nonsense. Go sit down somewhere and higgity fucking hush. And the truth of the fact of the matter is, and I know the Pactars don't want to hear that shit, because I'm flipping script now. Keith Thurman gonna steamroll Manny Pacquiao, man. This is not the 8-time division champion anymore. This guy is a shell of himself. His legs can't move like his hands anymore. I don't know what you guys are watching, man. That's why I tell y'all, go do some film study on Manny Pacquiao's last 3 fights from Jeff Horn, you know what I'm saying, on down. Lucas Matiste on down. Check it out. You'll see what the fuck I'm talking about. Shit, that shit started in the Brandon Rios fucking fight. His hands are too fast for his legs. His legs can't keep up with his hands. See, if anybody understands why this is important outside of the Pactards and all these people that's trying to keep in their brain, because see, that's the problem with people. They either prisoner of the moment, prisoner of the second, or they like to live in the past. I'm going to say that again. They either prisoner of the moment, prisoner of the second, or they like to live in the past. Because why do you have a past mindset about what Manny Pacquiao used to be? He used to be an 8-time division champion. That's not what his reality is now, folks. Hear me and hear me fucking well. That's not his reality. His reality is he's a shell of himself. He's a 40-year-old fighter that's nowhere near his former glory. So why are we sitting here acting like this is the fighter that Keith Thurman is going to fight? You dodo heads, you brain full of mush, and you brainwashed followers. Because that's what you are at your truest and most properest levels. And when I'm trying to teach y'all this shit, y'all not trying to hear me. I told y'all, take y'all fucking notepads out and fucking scribble. Gobble that thing up. Like a fucking turkey. Because I'm trying to tell y'all some shit. I'm giving y'all comprehension and the $1 million game. But y'all ain't trying to hear me out here in these boxing streets. Ooh, I ain't say that in a while. Let me say that again. Let's rewind. I'm trying to give y'all comprehension in the $1 million game. But y'all ain't trying to hear me out here in these boxing streets. The truth of the fact of the matter is, Manny Pacquiao is not the same fighter he once was. Keith Thurman's going to exploit that. He's going to demolish him. He's going to expose him. And he's going to trounce him. You heard Keith Thurman in the presser. He said he got 2 trainers. Everybody's sitting here thinking Keith Thurman's going to take this dude lightly. No, he's not. This is not him going to fight in LA Fitness. He knew Josecito Lopez wasn't on his level. So the man went and trained at LA Fitness. When you go and train at a public gym as a fighter, a prize fighter at that, you know you're not taking your competition serious. Let alone you took off 22 months. You fucking dodo heads. I'm trying to tell y'all something here. This is common sense. Keith Thurman was not up for that fight. It was a fucking tune-up. And for those that think that he's treating Manny Pacquiao as a tune-up, look at the respect he's giving Manny Pacquiao. How is he treating him as a tune-up? He just said that he's going to train his ass off like he's never trained before. He said that y'all have not seen the best Keith Thurman. And I have to agree with him. Against Danny Garcia, that wasn't the best Keith Thurman. Against Shawn Constipated Porter, that wasn't the best Keith Thurman. The best Keith Thurman we fucking saw was the one that used to say, "You better not duck me, son." The guy that was sitting there and saying, "You have but one time." We haven't seen that Keith Thurman because he's been either too inactive because of injuries. So we got to give him the benefit of the doubt. I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt because last time I checked, ain't like nobody took his fucking belts. It's like a Tyson Fury situation. Nobody took the man's belt. So you got to give him credit. He's 10 years younger than Manny Pacquiao. What part of that you dodo heads don't get? 10 years younger. Not only that, he still got fucking legs. And Bernard Hopkins told y'all how to beat Manny Pacquiao. Any slick fighter that has legs can beat Manny Pacquiao. Whoosh. And you know Bernard Hopkins, man, that's what I like about him. He's a scientist of this sweet science, man. He's a mad fucking scientist. Matter of fact, he's a damn Naismith of boxing. Damn near invented the shit. Because when Bernard Hopkins say some shit, motherfuckers got to shut the fuck up and listen. What'd he say? Because I like the way he checked Canelo with the clean blue raw. He just said, just get your ass in the fucking gym and work the fuck out. Because nobody can check Bernard Hopkins when it comes to work ethic. That's why he lasted until he was 50 years old. I mean, come on. What the fuck did he say? The blueprint on Manny Pacquiao is a slick fighter that has legs. Last time I checked, Keith Thurman, although he's not the slickest, he's a slick fighter nevertheless. And last time I checked, although he doesn't have the best legs, he has fucking legs. And he has power. One knockout power. One punch knockout power. He has TKO power stoppage. If he hits you, you fucking feel that shit. So what the fuck are you guys talking about? For him to outbox Josecito Lopez 8 rounds to 4 and being off 22 months, that's impressive to me, man. I don't know what you dodo heads are not paying attention to. The man was out of the sport for 2 years, trained at fucking LA Fitness, folks. And he still outboxed this dude 8 rounds to 4. And people are sitting here thinking this is the same Keith Thurman that's going to face Manny Pacquiao. Oh, you are as good as your last fight. Then you guys don't fucking know shit about boxing. Because if you guys sit here and think that this guy is going to come in the same way he did the last fight, y'all need to go back and recheck yourselves. Y'all need to go back and redo film study. Y'all need to go back and relook at the tail of the tape. If you think this is going to be the same Keith Thurman that showed up at Josecito Lopez, y'all need to get y'all heads fucking checked. I'm sorry. If I got to eat them murk y'all cats, so damn be it. Because I'm a truth teller. I come with what? Cold-hearted, unadulterated, and cutthroat truths. And the truth of the fact of the matter, you Pac-tards and you Pac Man fans, guess what? I know the man is taking care of your whole damn country. So you're taking this personal. It's like you're being emotional about it. Like you guys getting on your fucking menstruation or period about the shit. Damn. All these dudes with these fucking manginas, man. It's so funny to me, man. Because when you tell them the truth, they get hot. It's like people don't want to hear the truth, man. The truth is like a two-edged sword, dog. It cuts. It hurts. But guess what? It sets your ass free. Keith Thurman is going to steamroll Manny Pacquiao. The knockout he's giving Manny Pacquiao, he confirmed it in the media press conference. Exactly what I just said. He said the same shit. He's stopping that motherfucker. He's sending his ass to AARP Retirement Pac Man style. The motherfucker's getting retired. Y'all need to get that through your head. Keith Thurman has to reestablish himself in the welterweight division. This is not a tune-up fight for him. This is a serious fight, and he knows the magnitudes of it. I told y'all Keith Thurman is smarter than what y'all think. The man does not take on fights that he cannot win. That's why you see him running away from Earl the True Spence. That's why you see that when Earl the True Spence went on Twitter, you know what I'm saying, or so whatever social media, and told his fucking ass, you better not come up with some damn excuse, and you better not duck me after you beat Manny Pacquiao, because Earl Spence know you're going to beat Manny Pacquiao. Even Earl Spence was saying, damn, dog, your legs are too fast in your hands. Your legs are too slow for your hands. Even he saw that shit. I don't know what I'm saying that don't make no sense. Teddy Atlas said the same shit. Andre Ward said the same shit. You know what I'm saying? Freddie Roach, his own coach, said that Manny Pacquiao is a shell of himself. These guys have been quoted saying this shit. Floyd Mayweather was yelling at that shit like, fuck, man. What the fuck happened to this dude, man? It's like he aged overnight. He don't got no more legs. So y'all know more about boxing than these fuckers? Get the fuck out of here, man. That's what the fuck I'm talking about. People that's sitting here thinking this old man, damn near AARP status, is going to be Keith Thurman. Okay. All right. We'll see. I think people forgot how good Keith Thurman was. I didn't. I know he's the third best welterweight in the welterweight division after Earl the True Spence and Terrence Buck Crawford. Ain't nobody seeing him after that. I know that. At least I'm understanding of that. Y'all motherfuckers, what happened? Y'all lost that? Because y'all going by the man's been out and he's been inactive? You fucking dodo heads. You Rudy Poo and you plum brains. Y'all don't get shit, man. I tell y'all, man. Some of y'all, man, even the ones that so-called know boxing, it's comical to me. You got a guy that's 10 years younger, got the legs, in the prime of his career versus a guy that's way past his prime. I mean, what are we sitting here and thinking in our brains? It's a steamroll, folks. I know y'all want to hear that because maybe I'm just saying it in such cold-hearted, unadulterated, cutthroat, true fashion. Can't help it. I'm a truth teller, and I got to do it in truth-telling fashion. But the truth of the fact of the matter is, Keith Thurman is going to flatline, Hulk smash, and steamroll Manny Pacquiao via what? 10th round TKO stoppage. And book that motherfucker. This is He Knows the Sport. Checking out.